Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers, and today we're going to be talking about the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. That's right everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. Today I have with me Jeremy Long.
Hi!
Jeremy, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
In the Huntsville Atlantic Studios. We are here to talk about the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo coming out this year, March 9th and 10th. In Huntsville, Alabama. You definitely got to be there. Pop Culture Philosophers is going to be there. A lot of comic book artists and writers and media guests. Lots of excitement. We're going to get into that. This is Jeremy's brainchild.
Yeah.
And Jeremy's, this is the fourth year?
Fourth year.
Fourth year. PCP, by the way, has been there every single year.
All the time.
And it's one of the most fun experiences I've ever had every single year. The first year was fun, and then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Jeremy, you have outdone yourself for year 4. It's amazing. I have been able to be on stage with Chris Claremont, Mike Grell, Fabian Nicieza, David Jost, Stephen Austin Green? What's his name?
Austin St. John.
Austin St. John.
I think the other guy's from 902.
I think I mixed a couple guys together there. And of course, Johnny Young Bosch. I have so many awesome experiences at your con. And it is so fun. So today we're going to talk about it. So Jeremy, why don't you, first of all, just tell people what the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo is.
Well, it is, like you said, my brainchild. And this year, funny enough, you mentioned it's bigger. This year's theme is bigger is better because we are in the South Hall. It's over 80,000 square feet of nerdy delight.
Delicious.
We should have put that on a poster.
Yes.
So basically, a little bit of a backstory. As a side gig, I started selling comics 6 or 7 years ago, buying and selling comics. You know, I would do shows, but there was never anything here in Huntsville. And I asked around, and people were like, no, it doesn't work here. So I was like, someone should do something. And no one did anything. And I did a show once, and it was terrible. There were more vendors than patrons. And it was about 2 hours away. And on the way back, I'm thinking, God, they could have done this, they could have done this, they could have done this. And I get home, and my wife says, well, is it just something you need to do? And I'm like, I've kind of been planning a show in my head for the last 2 hours. And from then, the dream was born. Yeah. And so we started small. We started in a 10,000 square foot building. Costs were low. We didn't have any special guests. I didn't know if 5 people would come or 500 would come. I thought maybe 500. Was thinking maybe it'd be cool if 1,000 came. We had 1,500 people come for a one-day show. And I was like, oh, the people like this. They want this. And so then next year we added some special guests. And then the next year we added some more special guests. And then this year I've gone a little crazy, and we have about 30 special guests.
It's crazy.
Stupid.
Including Pop Culture Philosophers.
Yeah, the specialist guests.
No.
Special.
Who are some of the guests that are going to be here this year?
Woo! All right, well,
there's a lot of good ones.
A lot of guests. We'll go media first. The biggest guest, in stature at least, and name probably, is Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
The Incredible Hulk is coming. He actually called me the other day with a question about his flight, and it was so fun. I was at lunch. I answered, I'm like, hello, because it was an LA number. Hello, Jeremy, this is Lou Ferrigno. I'm like, excuse me, everyone.
I have to take this call from the Hulk.
You don't get that call often. But Lou Ferrigno's coming. Jim Cummings is coming, who is a voice actor who voiced your entire childhood.
Yes.
He's Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Darkwing Duck, Monterey Jack from Chippendales, which is a personal favorite.
The best.
Fantastic. But I mean, Google him. He's done like a bajillion voices, and you know them all. Even up to the most recent Christopher Robin. Yes. Like,
yeah, he did the voices. Of
if you've seen the Christopher Robin movie, or if you have it, there are special features about him, just him. You know, being Pooh. Maybe that's not the name of the special feature, but it'd be a good one.
Him being Pooh.
Being Pooh.
Being Pooh.
You heard it here first.
At the show, I'm going to pitch that to him. Being Pooh.
What would you like to talk about? So then we have Michael Biehn coming, who was Kyle Reese in the first Terminator. He was Hicks in Aliens, but he was Johnny Ringo in Tombstone, and a bunch of other.
That's what you're excited about.
That's what I'm excited about. Yeah. Tombstone, one of the best movies ever.
You called down the thunder, now you've got it.
That's right. Johnny Ringo's coming to the expo. We have 4, we'll say original, we have 4 Mighty Morphin Power Ranger members coming. We have Walter Jones, the original Black Ranger. We have Karen Ashley, the second Yellow Ranger.
Aisha.
We have Catherine Sutherland, Kat, the second Pink Ranger. And then we have Zordon himself, David Fielding, coming.
Rangers.
And so that's going to be an awesome panel.
I'm so pumped for that.
I might need a moderator.
I'm so pumped. I have some people in mind that I would recommend for that. I know a guy.
So, all right, let's take a break from media and go over to comics. We have legendary comic author Marv Wolfman coming.
The Crisis on Infinite Marv Wolfmans.
I mean, holy crow.
Co-creator of Blade, Deathstroke, New Teen Titans with George Perez, Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I mean, it's storyteller.
Yeah.
Speaking of storytellers, we also have Jim Shooter.
The Jim Shooter.
Living legend, comic historian, former editor of Marvel, Jim Shooter.
And writer of Secret Wars.
I mean, everybody that was at the Expo last year that got your Secret Wars signed by Zach and Beatty.
Yep. Time to crack it open and get it signed by Jim Shooter.
So I did. I got mine signed and graded. It came back a 9.8.
Ooh, wow.
So I'm going to go hand it in slab to CBCS. CBCS will be here again doing all of our grading. But I'm going to go hand it to them in the slab and be like, go get Shooter to sign this. And when I get it back, it better still be a 9.8. And if it's not, I'm going to destroy them. So a couple other...
What if Jim just like...
I signed it with a knife. Okay. It's now a negative grade. It's a negative 9.8. So, a couple other comic names. We have Arthur Sudam, who's the Zombie King. He's an artist for Marvel Zombies, did one issue of Walking Dead, some Predator books, all sorts of stuff. We have Mike Grell's coming back. He was with us year 2. You want to talk about a storyteller.
This dude's awesome.
Forget it.
What a great guy.
Insanely kind gentleman, and just a great orator. I mean, just perfect. Of
course, we're talking about the writer-artist of Green Arrow, the Longbow Hunters, and then the Green Arrow series that came after it. Shaman's Tears.
Warlord.
Yeah. Warlord back in the day. Even a run on Iron Man. And I had him sign one of my Iron Man issues because it was the issue where Tony Stark's identity is revealed to the public. And he reveals it because a dog is crossing the street and about to get run over by a car, so he just hops in the armor to save the dog. And I was like, was that your idea? He was like, I don't remember.
I don't know.
Probably wasn't mine, he said, because it's kind of stupid, he thought. Anyway, Mike Grell.
We have a couple of animators. We have Phil Ortiz, who worked on The Simpsons for years and years, created over 200 Simpsons characters. And then he worked on Simpsons comics as well, so... big name there. And then we have Tom Cook, who did He-Man and She-Ra and a ton of other cartoons that we all grew up on.
Yes.
So, I mean, just phenomenal. And then we have 2 Hall of Fame wrestlers. We have Jake the Snake Roberts, and then my personal favorite wrestler from growing up, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So, go buy your 2x4s.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting into sign.
And your inflatable snakes.
That's right. Yes. Do not bring live snakes.
Yes. Will he have a live snake?
He better not. No.
Isn't that kind of like his shtick, though?
When he was in the ring?
I heard he still has snakes.
Probably. Maybe.
You might want to ask about that.
We'll let him know there's a no snake policy at the BBC. Who else? Jeez, I knew I would forget someone.
Stephen Butler will be there.
Stephen Butler, yes. Illustrator, or not illustrator, but artist for Spider-Man, created Silver Sable.
Yep.
Sam
Scarlet Spider?
Yeah.
Sam De La Rosa.
Sam De La Rosa
just
announced him recently. Another awesome Venom artist did the...
He inked Lethal
Protector. So everyone that got Bagley to sign your Lethal Protectors last year, crack
it
open, bring it back. Cracking
and next year you'll have like David Michelini or something. Everybody has to keep...
We're just going to get, Todd McFarlane or something. No, no promises. How could I forget? We've got Goku and Vegeta coming.
That's right, yeah.
From Dragon Ball Z. We have Sean Shamel, who voices Goku, and a handful of other voices. And then we have Chris Sabat, who voices Vegeta, Piccolo, and Yamcha, and a couple of others. But then he's also All Might on My Hero Academia. And then now, just today, a few hours ago, we announced the latest guest, Eric Vale, is coming, who voices Future Trunks on the Dragon Ball Z series. And he's got a ton of credits, a ton of anime credits too. Who are we forgetting? I know there's more. I'm trying to, because we've got Gil Gerard coming, who's Buck Rogers. I'm going.
The Ruby one.
Yeah.
Did you just announce one that hasn't been announced yet?
So,
I think we just got an exclusive here at Pop Culture Philosophers.
So if you're watching this before Saturday p.m., Eric Vale has not been announced yet until now.
Wow.
So Eric Vale is coming. Future Trunks is coming. Yes.
A little bit of inside information.
That's right.
That you got in the past from the future.
Exclusive. Yes. So, yes, we have Erin Zeck coming, and she is the voice of Blake Belladonna on Ruby.
Okay.
Very, very popular series in the anime world. And then she also is the voice of Dr. on Red vs. Blue.
I love Dr. Mivlva from Red vs. Blue.
The spelling on that's really hard, by the way.
I believe it.
I know there's more. Oh, we have Clinton Hobart. Super cool guy. He is a Disney fine artist. So when you go to Disney, whether it's Orlando, California, France, Japan, and you see fine art on the wall, he painted a lot of that.
Cool.
And he has prints, but he also does some awesome comic prints. He's got some beautiful, like Harley Quinn paintings that he sells prints of. Look him up, Clinton Hobart. He will be doing a couple panels where during the panel he will discuss but also be painting, and then at the end of the show that painting will either be auctioned or raffled off. If it's auctioned off, it'll go to our charity, Kids to Love. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, we're super excited about him. He's such a cool guy. I met him at a show last year in Birmingham. Yeah. Super nice
That's
guy.
a really cool idea for a panel, too.
Yes.
Which leads me to this idea that there are also lots of fun other things aside from the special guests. You get tons of vendors there. Tons of vendors. If you want toys, if you want comics, if you want just old random books, video games,
shirts, posters,
anything. Like, it's all going to be there. Fantastic vendors. You got great panels.
Oh, yeah.
Pop Culture Philosophers did our first panel last year. We've applied for one this year. Hopefully, I got a guy on the inside.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, because Jelani's already taken off of work. Anyway, so we're going to have a Pop Culture Philosophers panel, other fun panels that are going to be there. You're going to have a video game room.
We've got, okay, so if you've been at the Expo before, we were in the North Hall, which we had all the rooms
By the way, Von
upstairs.
Braun Center.
Von Braun Center, South Hall. We've been in the North Hall in years past. We had all of the rooms upstairs, and they were all smallish. This year we have 5 3,000 square foot ballrooms where we're going to have one that's our panel room, so our big panel room. We'll have another smaller panel room too, but we'll have a big panel room. We'll have a room that's just tabletop gaming.
Nice.
So D&D, card gaming, all sorts of stuff. There's going to be a lot of games that are basically play to win. So there'll be sign-ups, and you come, and you're like, oh, I'm interested in that game. You sit down, you play with a handful of other people. If you win, you take the game home.
Oh, nice.
And then we'll also have prizes and other stuff too. We've got a couple of the game developer companies coming to set up as well. So there'll be game demos. There'll be just free play. We'll have a game library of probably a couple hundred games that if you want to just go decompress and play some games, you can go grab a game, sit at a table. We're going to have signs that says, like, looking for players.
Yeah.
And so you can just put that on the table, and people be like, hey, what are you playing? You're like, I'm about to play, Slappy Wag's Adventure. And you can make some friends and just play a game that, you wouldn't play every other day.
I just want you guys to know, if you want me to get into a game with you, put up a looking for players sign for Slaggy Wag's whatever adventure.
It's a great
It's my favorite game.
It's very popular.
Outside of Mousetrap. But all I ever wanted to do in Mousetrap was just set it off.
That's right.
But then who cares?
It never worked. It never worked. That guy would not land in the tub. So then the next room is video games. Mm-hmm. We're going to have about 10 or 15 consoles set up just on free play.
Like old school retro type stuff?
All sorts of, from regular Nintendo to probably PS4.
Nice.
We're partnering again with GameStop, and they're going to bring out some stuff. They're also, fingers crossed, going to bring out some VR systems.
Oh, wow.
So you can go check out some VR. And then we've got Pints and Pixels coming out with a dozen or more arcade games. We might have a couple of pinball games. Not sure what they're bringing out, but
anybody who's not in Huntsville, Pints and Pixels is this awesome bar that has, it's like straight up an 80s arcade in there. It's amazing.
And for those coming to the expo from out of town, Pines and Pigs is like 3 blocks from the expo.
Yeah.
So once you're done, or if you need to go get lunch, I mean, we're going to have food trucks. But once you're done, you can go over and get a burger, a bowl of chili, whatever, and play a bunch of games. And they'll probably have some weekend specials too to go along with it. So then the next room is going to be our kids area, which in years past I really dropped the ball on kids area, which is depressing because I have 2 kids. So you'd think I'd do better. But basically,
to me, the whole place is a kids area.
Yeah. We just had like some coloring sheets, some face painting and stuff. But this year we have actual programming.
Oh, cool.
We have and it's like 30-minute window. So it's not something you got to go commit 3 hours to. You can come in and go in and out. It's going to run Saturday morning from like 10 to 1 or so. Something new every 30 minutes where like one section is come build your own superhero mask. And then the next is face painting. And then we're going to do a Harry Potter thing where kids get sorted into houses with the sorting hat.
Oh, that's cool.
And
can I join that?
We've had so many people comment on the event, like, do I have to have a kid to come? And it's like, it's kind of like Chuck E. Cheese rolls.
Like Chuck E. Cheese. Like, nah, you creep, get out of here.
But yeah, so try to find a kid. Don't just take a kid.
Yeah, no.
If you have a nephew, you can borrow you or something. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be our kids area. And then the last room is not going to be anything during the day, but that's where we're setting up the concert for what I'm probably most excited about. So we've got a band coming from off-planet, straight from Cybertron. The Cybertronic Spree are coming to do a huge show, and we're doing it up good.
Yeah?
We've got lights, sound, effects. It's going to be a good-looking show.
I cannot wait for this.
And that show is included with admission. It's going to start about 6:30. We got a couple of bands opening up for them, so they'll probably start 7:30 or 8. But it's going to be huge. But that's included. But if for some reason you don't want to come to the expo, but just that show, it's just $10 at the door.
Nice.
So, we can, because it's going to be an awesome show. If you've never heard Cybertronic Spree, after you finish this video, go look them up on YouTube.
I'll throw some links down below.
Awesome. Down there. But yeah, so that's all the ballrooms and everything. And we have other gaming going on. We'll have fan tables out in that front hallway of the South Hall with all different community groups, nonprofits. So you can come and check out other events. There'll be tables from other shows. Con Castabras, the local Doctor Who show, they'll be out with the TARDIS. So you can come get your picture taken in the TARDIS. Magic City Con will be out talking about their show coming up in June. I mean, just nerd heaven. Nerdvana, if you want.
It really is. It really is. It really is. And one of my favorite things is you were just mentioning having that area for like local organizations and charitable groups and stuff like that. And I know that you're a big fan of helping out Kids to Love.
Yes.
So let's talk about that real quick.
So Kids to Love, I'll back up a little bit more. When I first came up with this idea, I was like, this is going to be so much fun. But can we turn it into good?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the fun we have is good. It's a lot of good. But, how can we help? How can I give back to the community? I love Huntsville. I'm not originally from here, but I've lived here for 12 years, and this is my home. I love Huntsville. What can I do to help Huntsville? And so I wanted to get a charity, and I wanted to get a local charity, so I knew that, money donated to us through, auctions or whatever, is going right back into the community. Kids to Love is a local community that helps foster kids. And that is the most blanket statement you can ever say, because it goes from, one of their big things is they do a Christmas, kind of like Salvation Army, angel tree type thing, where they take care of entire kids' Christmases. But they also have programs for foster kids. They help foster kids get adopted. They have so much. I mean, there's sometimes, I went and visited the facility, and they have a whole warehouse of stuff where, because sometimes foster parents, they get a phone call at 1 in the morning. They're like, hey, we're headed your way with a 6-month-old. And people don't have just random stuff for a 6-month-old. So they have a warehouse full of new baby and kid stuff where people can come and get stuff, because sometimes they keep them for, a few weeks, a few months. Sometimes it turns into adoption, whatever. Yeah. And so it's just, it helps that area. And I mean, they help them with school, back to school, school supplies, all sorts of stuff. So we have a couple of local groups, the Mandalorian Mercs will be out arresting people. You can literally pay the Mandos to go arrest someone, and they will put them in jail for however much you pay them. It's like $1 a minute. So I can go give them $10 and be like, go arrest Robbie and put him in jail for 10 minutes.
You know, they tried to get me last year, but they could never find me because I'm running around.
Yeah, well,
helping, doing things for PCP, for the Deep, for Jeremy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all over the place. They couldn't find me.
Yeah, they said, Jeremy, what's your bounty? I'm like, people can't afford my bounty because I will destroy people. They try to lock me
We were supposed to arrest you, Robbie. I'm like, yeah, try.
Yeah, good luck.
Try.
But then the 501st.
I dare you to be at the Expo and try to get me in jail.
Is there a gauntlet? Because I think I just got dropped. But the 501st will be out with Blast a Trooper.
Yeah.
You can basically go and like pay $1 and get a Nerf gun and shoot a stormtrooper.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
When are we going to get a dunk tank?
When we're not in like 40-degree
we
weather.
Can put it outside. Yeah, you're right. It's not the warmest here.
Next year,
early March.
We're a little bit later next year, so maybe we'll see.
I've always, one of my life ambitions, Jeremy, has always been to be the guy in the dunk tank.
I've been in dunk tanks before, and it's not as fun. Like, you sit there, and even when people hit the target, it like never triggers.
I did it one time for this band thing back when I was like in middle school, but I just like talking smack to people.
Yeah, you can't, you did.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right, now I'm
really
swimming.
Fun.
But yeah, and we have a couple other things. Like I said, we're gonna have a live auction, and all funds there go to the charity, and then we're gonna have a silent auction too.
And they're always great stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a Fantastic Four, the movie, board game.
Oh.
That I still have.
Wow.
And I got from one of those. I got it for $1.
Not like you overpaid.
Maybe just a little bit, but it all went to charity.
Right, and see, and the cool thing too is most everything in the auctions come from our vendors.
Yeah.
Vendors will donate, some of their wares. But I mean, it's also a good thing because I'll say, Slappy Whack donated this. Yeah. It's my go-to word.
Slappy Whack and Pop Culture Philosophers, we're going to donate some, I think like a nice pop or something this year. Something cool.
Yeah.
Something neat, something hip, something fresh that the kids like.
I mean, it's a good way to buy it. I mean, usually when it's an auction, you get it for lower than it's worth.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get some good deals at auctions, but knowing that, like, even if you pay retail for something, that money, 100% of the auction is going to a local charity. So,
and a charity like that, I really respect. That's really good work that they're doing there. I like that.
I mean, there are great people out there, and I've enjoyed working with them every year. I mean, we get a lot of requests for, to add different charities, and I would love to do every charity, but I don't want to spread so thin that I'm like, well, here's $5 for you and here's $12 for you.
Exactly.
So I mean, we give back a good amount, and it feels good.
Yeah. Pop Culture Philosophers will be there. We'll have a booth as usual, and what we do at our booth is we sell these mystery boxes. You get all kinds of fun little cool swag like comic books and maybe some movies or even some action figures, things like that. And then some of the boxes have like Kindles or tablets.
Yeah. So you're doing the grand prize boxes again?
Yeah. And we give a portion of everything to comics for kids.
Awesome.
Because we think it's important to share the art of reading to kids.
Right.
We think that's super, super cool. So that's another charity that gets in there a little bit.
And that's another, like we said, the fan tables, this is what started all this. There's other charities there that you can go and find out about and get involved with. There's one guy coming from Extra Life where they basically...
They're amazing.
They do video games to raise money.
Yeah, we went with the guys over at Rocket Punch one time, and they did this whole 48-hour marathon of nothing but playing games, and we got to play with them for an hour or so. It was pretty fun.
I'd love to do a stream. So, Showdown in Pensacola, it's a goals show. Pensacon, they see about 30,000 people, or they had 30,000 people last year. They have William Shatner this year, so they probably see 30,001. But anyways, they streamed, they did 24-hour stream, and they raised $20,000.
That's crazy.
$20,000 by streaming video games. And I'm like, I want that.
Playing video games for a good cause. Coming to a comic book convention for a good cause.
I mean, next year's year 5, so we'll go. Even this is just 4th year, so we're
escalation.
We're still
escalation. Escalation. This is a great show, great vendors, amazing guests, the best guest list you've ever had, and none of your guest lists have ever been shabby. Ever.
No,
they've all been awesome, all exciting, and this year you just really outdid yourself.
It's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
I kind of just blacked out and kept saying yes, 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 yes.
I asked some people in the PCP Army today, our official Pop Culture Philosophers group on Facebook. If you haven't joined it, now's your time. PCP Army on Facebook. Jeremy's a member of the PCP Army. Some people I asked if they had any questions for you, but mostly what I got was people like Brian Weaver and Nick Mastermico and David Hatch just wanted to tell you thank you for bringing something like this into our community. Something that's a place where we can go have fun, meet people that we admire and respect, and then help out in a good cause.
And I love that. I love that people enjoy it because, you know, people have asked me how long am I going to do this. I'm like, as long as it's fun. And it is fun. I mean, it's a pain in the butt at times, you know, working everything out, especially here getting close to crunch time. But I do it for there to be something, you know, of this magnitude in town. I mean, there's this guest lineup, you know, we're just growing. I mean, our attendance has grown by 60 to 70% year over year.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. And I mean, we see ticket sales to California, Indiana, Arizona, New England. I mean, and then of course all the surrounding states. And so it's good for the community. I mean, we sell a lot of hotel rooms, so that means all those downtown eateries or something are getting used.
We have a nice jumping downtown area in this area. So.
And but yeah, I mean, but I love when people come up to me and say, "Hey, are you Jeremy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And they're like, "Dude, your show, like, fantastic." And when I see people like on the street or at other shows wearing like an Expo t-shirt, I'm just like, "Can I take a picture of you?"
That's awesome.
So last year, I tell you this, last year I was, I think I just walked Sorbo or something to the panel room, and this guy's like, "Hey, are you Jeremy?" And I get tugged in 1,000 directions at the Expo, and they're like, "Hey, are you Jeremy?" And my response, "Yeah, what do you need?" It's like, "Can I get a picture?" I'm like, "Why?"
Wanted a picture with you. That feels good, doesn't it?
And then I was like, "Oh, I'm kind of a jerk, I guess."
It feels good when someone's like,
cool.
Yeah.
It was fun. And then I had
and that's why people have those stories like, "Oh yeah, I met that guy and he was a jerk."
Yeah, I know.
Because you're just catching this person off guard. Luke Ferrigno's trying to like go take a leak in a restaurant. Yeah. That's not the time.
No.
It's not the time. This is going to be a great show. I'm super excited. It's March 9th and 10th in Huntsville, Alabama at the Von Braun Center, South Hall.
Yep.
You can check it out at hsvexpo.com.
But also, we've got multiple posts from now till showtime coming on Facebook. So if you have not liked the Facebook page, like it.
Links down below.
Follow it, because now with all the logarithms and crap, you know, sometimes I talked to someone the other night at church and they were like, "When are you going to start advertising for the Expo?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
I've been doing it.
Yeah, and she was like, "I haven't seen anything." I'm like, Facebook. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. The Instagram and Twitter is just HSV Expo. But yeah, like us, follow us, everything. We got a lot more to talk about and to announce. All these different little things that are going to happen. Like, we got food trucks coming again this year.
Yeah.
We weren't sure if we were going to, but we have food trucks coming. I mean, we've had food trucks every year.
You got some nice vegetarian ones, right?
If they show up. I mean, so funny story. Year one, we were at the JC's building, and we had all these food. We had 5 food trucks scheduled, and one, I will not name them, was a vegan and vegetarian options. They advertised the crap out of that, and so I advertised the crap out of that.
And I was very excited.
Come lunchtime, the man Robbie comes up to me and says, "Hey, which one's the vegan truck? Is it I Love Bacon, Dr. Barbecue, or Rollin' Lobster?"
We went to Taco Bell.
And so I was like, it was that didn't show up. So
yeah, we just sent someone to Taco Bell. But the last couple of years, you've had some great options out there. So heck yeah, and we also have a really great food truck community in town. So it's a great place. It's a great reason. Hera's excited. Hera's very excited. She wants you to come down to the HSV Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, March 9th and 10th. Here in Huntsville, Alabama, home of Pop Culture Philosophers. Pop Culture Philosophers will have a booth, we'll have a panel. Jeremy will be there running around with his head cut off.
Actually, I'm not as crazy at the show. When people see me, they're like, "I figured you'd be stressed out now." I'm like, "Come showtime. There's no reason to be stressed. You can't change anything at this point.
At this point, it's just sink or swim."
Yeah, so it's full speed ahead.
It's always a fun, vibrant experience. So
kid friendly.
Out.
That's another thing.
Super kid friendly.
Super kid friendly. I have 2 boys that are 4 and 8. The 8-year-old will actually be turning 9 at the expo. We're gonna have a birthday party for him at the expo.
Oh, nice!
It'll be cool.
What kid gets to say that?
I know. And
my dad threw this huge party for me, and
That's,
everybody came out, including Vegeta and Goku
and all the Power Rangers.
Yeah, right.
I told him. I said, "Yeah, I'm having a party for you. I invited 10,000 of my closest friends." And so, but yeah, but if
come to Jeremy's kid's birthday party. Come on, y'all.
If they can't. If something's not good for my kids to see, I don't want it at the show.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's got to be kid friendly. But that doesn't mean it's boring and frou-frou. No, I mean, it is fun. It's great fun. And I mean, you know, people from 2 to 92 are going to enjoy the show.
It's super fun, Jeremy. I've been to cons here and there. I've met celebrities. I've met comic book artists and writers. And the most fun I've ever had was at last year's Expo.
Oh, I appreciate it.
And it was absolutely amazing. And I had the time of my life, and I cannot wait for this year. It's very, very soon, so get on it. All the links down below to their Twitter page, their Facebook page, the Instagram page, all that stuff, to the website itself and more. Check out the guest list. I mean, we probably missed 1 or 2 or 3 or 8.
Sitting there going through like the lineup of, because I've just assigned, you know, I know, I forgot.
It's real fantastic stuff. And one little quick side note before we leave you. A few weeks ago, I was doing a live stream, and I got interrupted with a Facebook message, and I flipped out. And if you guys watched that...
Oh my God, link it. So
it was Jeremy, and I'll throw that link to that video down below. It happens towards the end or something like that. The reason why I flipped out was because of this.
I'll let you show it off.
Look what I got here in my hands right now, everybody. This is a Fantastic Four #1. Legit. CGC, that's a 6.5. This is Jeremy's.
Yeah.
He just had to show off.
I think the text I sent you was like, you want to be jealous and hate me at the same time?
And I really even think I looked at the camera and was like, what
is this 801?
What is this? What's going to make me jealous? Yeah. He found the one.
Not for sale, by the way.
Not for sale. That's
is PC.
A beautiful
Yes,
piece of American art right there.
And this is why we do it.
Exactly.
This is why we do it.
And if you want to find cool deals on Silver Age and Golden Age comics, get to the Expo. Great vendors. Yeah. We know a lot of them. Obviously, we know them all.
If you're a comic nut, I mean, there's people with probably quarter boxes all the way up to 5-figure books.
Yeah, and great action figures. Everybody comments on my Toy Biz collection and other figures that I have. A lot of these have come from vendors from the Pop Culture Expo. Also, like Jeremy, actually, that one right there came from you.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I remember telling you, I was like, hey, dude, I want that Aquaman.
that. And I said, you got it.
So be sure to check it out. Jeremy, any final thoughts before we dip out?
Tickets have been on sale. They're actually on sale on a discount for another week. Through the 31st, you can get weekend tickets at $10 off. February 1st, it's full price. So get tickets now. We still have a few VIP tickets left, too. VIP tickets are $100. But you get a weekend pass, custom lanyard, and handmade badge, shirt, exclusive print. But here's the big thing. You get fast pass access. You can skip the lines for the special guests. So that 45-minute wait for, Jim Shooter, it's going to be that, you just be like...
Skip right on through.
Right. So you also get priority panel seating. You get to go in early.
Nice.
So you can check out all the vendors first, or you can go straight to, Zordon and get his autograph first, or Lou Ferrigno, whoever. I mean, the perks are there.
The people that do the VIP that get there early, they get some exclusive access to some of these guests that other people do not get.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
And you can get some deals. I mean, we have, our vendors.
When you're the first person in, the vendors are ready to sell.
Oh yeah.
And they are ready to make a deal. So absolutely get in on those VIP tickets. Get in on the tickets right now before they go up on February 1st. Jeremy, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me,
man. Really do appreciate it. And on behalf of everybody here at Pop Culture Philosophers, I just want to tell you, thank you for having us. We're super excited for this year.
Glad you're coming back.
I'm very excited. I want to tell you to get to that show right now because it's a great show and you'll get to meet me, Justin, Jelani, Brooks, and a whole bunch more of the excitable PCP crew, and join in on our panel where we talk a little bit and then do a nice fun Q&A. Last year was a blast. I'm looking forward to this year. So Jeremy,
it'll be fun.
Rockin Robbie?
Rappin' Robbie?
I'm Rockin Robbie.
Yo!
Rockin Robbie here, and I'm a little bit of a Rappin' Robbie. Anyway,
we're about Jolly to Jeremy.
Jolly Jeremy. Yeah, I like that. I like that actually.
It'll work.
So anyway, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Be sure to check out hsvexpo.com and all the links down below. I'm Rockin Robbie Bills, deucing out. Thanks for rocking with us.
See ya!
Always end videos badly sometimes.
Been seamless for 35 minutes or so.
Yeah, right?
I don't know how to talk very goodly.
I'm Rockin Robbie.
Oh, all right, let's all start over.